All right, welcome to Homestead Happiness. Got some things to tell you. We've got an update and a recap for those who are new to this channel. We left Southeast Florida 11 days ago to move to Kentucky. We packed up a U-Haul truck and it took us 3 days to get to Kentucky because we're in the process of buying a house to start our homestead. And on this channel, we're going to be doing different things at the homestead once we get it. But the getting it part has been taking longer than expected. We were supposed to close this past Monday, which was April 3rd, but we had to get job offer letters, we had to get home insurance, we've had a lot of stuff going on. But let me back this up a little bit. So, we had originally planned for our cars to be picked up and shipped from Florida to Kentucky. They were supposed to come and be picked up the Monday after we left, which would have been 10 days ago, and then dropped off that Wednesday. So the day they were supposed to get picked up, the guy from the company gives us a call and says the axle broke on one of the trucks and they couldn't pick up our cars. And he said he was trying to find another driver, but the one that he could find that could pick them up was asking an extra $600. Great. So we said, no, we've already contracted with you. You find somebody else because it's your responsibility, not ours. We've already contracted with you. So he said he would try. We didn't hear from him. And a couple days later, he said that he found, that same guy, he would take off $100 for us. Okay, well, thanks, because we need our cars. It's getting down to the wire. We'd been renting a rental car. We still have our U-Haul with all their stuff in it because we don't have anywhere to put it. And when we were trying to rent the rental car, I had to get in the back of the U-Haul to get something out. I don't know. Anyway, I left the keys in the padlock, got into the truck, got out, went back in the car rental, and I had the keys sitting on that counter. I remember this as if it happened yesterday. Anyway, we got back to the truck and I couldn't find the keys. And we had to get in there. All our stuff was in there still. And so, anyway, we had to get the lock cut off the next morning and get a new lock. We still haven't found the keys. We went back to Enterprise Rental Car. They didn't have the keys there. So we have no idea where the keys went. So anyway, at this point we were working on the job offer letters. I finally got mine last Friday. And let's see. I got it last Friday and Chuck was still trying to get his, but he hadn't got it yet. So people are slow here in Kentucky. I mean, we've been trying this. I had been trying to get mine for a month. They'd already said they'd hired me, and it took forever to get the job offer letter. Meanwhile, this past Friday, we had to rent the car, but we were like an hour away from the rental place and wouldn't get back there in time. So I called the place, and she said, well, since we're not open on Saturday, then it's going to be an extra $300 because you have to pay for the whole weekend. And I'm like, well, I only have this much money on my card, and we'll go down to a different place. It was open on Saturday and get it squared away. So we left on this past Saturday to go down to the rental car place, and he said everything was good to go. We didn't have to pay anything. We're like, cool, that's awesome. So, we had a great weekend. Saturday, Mike that we had met at the smokehouse, I think that's in an earlier video, told us there was a car show going down at the high school. So we went down there, and it was like almost over. All the cars were gone. They were auctioning off a few things. But we did get to see the Wienermobile from Oscar Mayer. Woo. And then Mike took us by the Mother Goose house, which is popular here. I don't know the whole story about it, but it was built in like 1940 or something. I don't know. So then Sunday we happened to go to a small church in the town we're going to be living in. And there was a total of 33 people there, including the pastor. And the pastor, I'm used to pastors preaching for about 20 minutes or so. And this guy went on for like 45 minutes. He was good the first 20 minutes. And then after that, it's kind of like, okay, be done already. So then we went by our soon-to-be homestead. Yay. And that was cool. We got to see that. And we came back to the hotel, did some laundry, and went back to our favorite restaurant here. Monday, which this was just 2 days ago, this Monday, Chuck finally got his job offer letter. And it's so amazing that our loan people even took it, because it's a mechanic shop and they just kind of typed it out. There was misspelled words. The guy was putting in what his pay would be, and he put the $ after the amount, which is weird to me. And then he just signed it. Like, it was just like a couple lines, and then he signed it. But we sent it to our loan officer, and she was like, okay, that's good. We'll get started on everything. And then after we thinking we're good to go, closing should be not that far away, then we needed to send in Chuck's 2021 tax return. So now we're trying to hunt that thing down. And then we finally emailed the guy who did the taxes, got that sent in, and now we're just waiting to hear what the new closing date will be. An update too, we got our cars yesterday, but that was a freaking ordeal too. We had already gave the dispatcher the address to the hotels, so instead of where our realtor lives, because we thought it'd be easier, we're right near a main highway here. And anyway, the guy calls us and says, I'm 10 minutes away. And so we came outside. We're sitting in these nice rocking chairs that the manager here at the hotel had just put together. And next thing I know, I'm getting a text saying, with a map saying, is this where you're at? And it was the original address that they gave the guy. It's like, oh my gosh, can nothing go right? What is going on? It's amazing that we're still happy after all this. Anyway, so now we have to drive 53 minutes away to go get our cars. And we can only bring one of them back because we still have the car rental. And, 2 people, 3 cars, that doesn't go very well. So we get there, pay the guy the extra money too, and he unloads our cars. We asked the grocery store if it was okay if I left my car there, and we drove back. And then this morning we woke up and had to go back there again to get my car. So that was our big thing today. We were trying to get a hold of our loan officer to see, when is exactly the closing date going to be. So we called her and left a couple messages, and finally she called back while we were in a furniture store looking at stuff. We're just dreaming right now because don't have anywhere to put anything. And she said, oh, it's in underwriting. We should hear back today to see what the new closing date's going to be. But we never heard back from her. So great again. It's just been crazy, guys, but it's going to be worth it in the end. I know it is. I can feel it, and it's going to be great. And our videos, I promise, will get better. We're going to play in the garden. We're going to get chickens sometime. We're going to do some remodeling inside the house. So all of that is going to be coming eventually. So I hope you subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications if you want to see when we're doing anything new or crazy. I like to have Chuck in here with us talking because he's a hoot sometimes and he keeps me on track too. So I'm not just babbling. saying nothing. But yeah, I'm getting a little more techier. Like that last short I think I made, that was kind of techie for me. And that's about it. So just stay tuned. We are still happy. We're still waiting on a homestead. So it will happen, people. So that's all I got. That's your recap. That's your update. We will be with you again when we hear more. So stay tuned. All right, over and out.